Okay, recording. Okay, so start a new game, Whitebox. We might start with just some basic introductions. Basically, although I haven't put it on here, there is a tiny little township. I'm not going to get it right there. So if you can see where I've just put the dot, or not, I'll just try to zoom in a little bit. All over. So hopefully you've either seen the ping or you've got over there. Yeah, everyone's got over there. So that little place, did we give it a name in the first game, Dean?
I can't quite remember if we did or didn't.
Right, I can't even see the map anymore. Here we
Yeah, your cards are there.
Oh no, we kept it. It was Astatar is the name of the town.
The little village of Astatar. There you go. Spelled it there for you. Astatar.
Sorry, so where is it?
The little red dot.
Oh yeah.
So if you were to use up on the left, you've got another bar with some symbols on it. If you click on the thing that looks like an upside down comb, and you start from that point.
It's actually a ruler.
Ruler, yeah. Looks a bit like a
Got
comb.
it.
And you move out, it can show you the distance in miles from where you are from most pings. So from the Ford, you're about 4.1 miles away.
Cool.
From Quellport, you're about 28 miles away. So, just need to do your encumbrances.
And move it 9.
Mm-hmm.
Move it 12.
But that's if I'm hauling all the coinage in the form of that silver and gold.
Right. Well, it depends. Well, we're going to say you could haul in what you could haul in. So probably the gold, probably the silver, probably not much else.
I wouldn't have bothered with anything else.
Perhaps a handful of copper to use for a couple of drinks.
The victory celebration.
Yeah, that'd be about it, really, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry guys, I'm just trying to get. Here we go. So, if I were to have a look quickly at your character sheets,
I think I've done one.
Orca, how much are you carrying? You haven't got your weapons or anything. You haven't got your item, magic, your armor there anywhere. Have you? Oh, you haven't weighed it up. You need to weigh up, so we need to know what your carrying capacity is. So basically,
yeah, I'm at 9. I would have been 12 without the money. I've got my white sheet character in front of me. So.
Basically, up to 1,000 coin weight, lets you go up to 9. Stay at 9, I should say. Muffin.
Yes.
I think you've got your character all done up, haven't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. So encumbrance wise, circa 343. That puts you at 9. Which puts you at. Sorry. You don't travel 9 feet per 10 minutes. You travel 90 feet per turn. You travel 30 feet per round. and running you can run up to 180 feet around. Okay,
Sweet.
so I'll put that in your movement so you know what that is. And hopefully, Malikith, you have done your weights.
So halflings don't move slower.
They do. But her highest is a 9.
Oh, okay.
So I just did a convert. Give me a second. Yeah.
So
I
when
don't
you
have
put
much
it,
stuff though.
when you bedroll is 20.
Yeah,
You haven't put the backpack in there yet, Malikith.
Oh, sorry. How much is the backpack?
Backpack is 20. Sorry, weighs 100 because it carries most of that stuff in it. And I'm not seeing a spell book. Don't you have one?
No, no, I didn't buy one, but I have one, a standard one.
Okay, you need to put it in your backpack. So, but that's okay. It'll just come in there. Your robe weighs 110 pounds. And you are human or elf?
Alf.
Elf. So at the moment, you can move 120 feet. You can move 40 feet in a combat round, and if you need to, you can run 240 feet in a round.
Cool.
With that weight. What was your weapons?
My only weapon is a staff.
Not there.
What if I put it under?
Just you put it under your equipment, and we work out how much it's weighing. I've already put it there, staff. I just need to work out how much it weighs. And the book, staff weighs 10 pounds, not 1,000. That doesn't change your weight because you've got to get up to 1,000 coin weight, so you're only under half weighed before you have to change.
Oh, cool.
So you're all sweet there.
That's if he if he's listed everything in coin rather than pounds.
I had to change some things. They were enlisted in pounds, not coin. That's all cool. So flint and steel. Is that 5 pounds? Yeah.
Where's
That's
my
cost.
chocolates?
Oh, you've got cost. Flint and steel doesn't weigh anything. It's just assumed to be in your backpack.
No, it's quite a heavy thing from memory.
No, it's
No,
5.
no, it's one of those things. So,
So this would all be in my backpack.
yep. So the tent that you've got is just a little one-man tent.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a long piece of some sort of waterproof material with a rope that you tie between 2 trees, and you sling it in a almost triangular shape.
Cool.
So probably you and Muffin could easily fit in there, but the others would struggle.
Get out of here, elf.
Hmm.
Where are we? We want that.
And
we want.
how much money do you have?
For weight, everything's just multiplied by 10 for coin weight, isn't it?
Oh, you said to add a 0 away. It's
Yeah.
zeros. Here we go. I've added the zeros.
No.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
coins.
it's just.
You've got 43 coins.
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying in terms of changing everything over to coin weight.
Yeah.
It's just multiplied by 10.
When you add
isn't it?
coins, divide the number of coins by 10, because that's. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, because.
But like,
just leave
if
the coins as they are. 40, whatever you've got. Oh my god, 100 copper pieces. No way.
what's the weight of some of this gear?
Nothing. It's assumed to be in your backpack, which weighs approximately 10 pounds or 100 coin weight. Unless you go
Okay.
crazy and you're going to buy a whole lot of stuff, then I've got to work out a weight to it.
Oh, okay. So everything else is just mainly cost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Yay! I've made your item.
Well-
The armor. So
Yeah, leave the coins as they are, because each coin is the weight.
the helmet,
Cool.
like that I've got. Why did I buy a helmet? In case somebody strikes at my head.
Because in the other game, your head was a viable target. This one, they're not so fixated on that. I'd like to know where you bought a helmet from because it's not listed.
It's off the general equipment list.
Oh, was that?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh well. Probably for some effect. Up to you whether you want it or not.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't Orca wear one? Shield weighs
Part of his mystique. Right. So we know you guys can
Oh,
do
you mutt!
90.
I accidentally clicked the backspace button on the wrong thing and got ejected from Roll20. Please tell me that saved everything else I had changed.
Awesome. So, Lauren,
Yes.
what we're doing is reasons why the characters are together. So,
Oh, here we go.
at the moment, there are some interesting things. So, Andy, you and Malekith
Yep.
are together because what did you share in the past?
I can't even remember.
You guys fucked.
They
It
killed.
was. Oh, I think we met because both of us were fucked over by the same person.
That's right.
That's it.
Oh, it's close.
Okay.
So we were fucked, just not with each other.
Right. And
At least
Dean,
it didn't result in cannibalism.
no, which was another group. Dean, why were you connected to the cleric?
I don't think we had a connection.
Okay.
No, I remember what it was. Me and you, Dean, were being hunted by the same person for some. You and the cleric shared a caravan or something like that gone wrong, a job gone wrong.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but we had someone powerful after us for no reason.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get to pick two people, Lauren.
Yeah.
Out of everyone in the group. So I'll just tell you again who they are. So you've got these two, obviously.
Yeah.
David's character is, I think, a human cleric. Richard is playing another cleric, but I'm not sure of which god. David's character, I think, follows the god, the trickster god.
Life? No. That's Richard. Richard's the trickster.
No, Richard's the trickster god then. And Georgia is playing the dwarven fighter. So, out of all those people, you pick two of them, and then I roll to see what your connection is with them.
I'll go Georgia and Dean.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. First of all, Georgia, the dwarf.
Yep.
Okay. Both you and the dwarf met in the king's treasure chamber. Both barely escaped with your lives. So, tell Georgia that's your connection with her, so that's part of her backstory.
Cap.
And you and Dean's character, Malekith, is a very mundane one. Ooh! This is in the other game as well. Both the characters are lovers, but both are looking to trade up.
Wait, so Dean and I were lovers?
Are lovers.
Are lovers?
Sweet, so we get to share a tent. No.
We're looking to trade up.
But you're both looking to trade up.
Depends what you're looking to trade up for.
I mean, I need someone taller, so I'm a halfling. I can't reach the top shelf.
It's right, as long as you can reach above my knees, we're good.
Oh.
Terrible.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the connections you have.
Okay. How do I say Dean's character's name?
Malekith. Although he's in Roll20 as Mikatis.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Here we go.
You can change
It's
it if you click on the gear.
Melika or something like that.
Malika.
Yeah, Malekith.
Malekith, the
singing
singing
sorcerer.
sorcerer.
No, Malekith was... Well, that was where we were piss-taking, but it's the... Oh, it was Malekith. I thought it was Malika or the female one.
Ah, Malefica.
Malefica.
That was my last game. I don't really care what I'm called. It's just a name.
Mel.
Mel. Oh, you want to take that? It's my sister.
Yeah. So to change your name in the little names that go at the bottom of the screen, you go to gear shift and then right under there is display name, and then you put it in and you just save name and that changes it for you. Okay. So returning to Asatar, Malekith and Orca had to say goodbye to Trask for a wee while.
We went and
Hunting around for any
spoke to the Hunters Guild,
Yes. Oh, sorry. First of all, you go to the
Merchants Guild, the
Merchants
Hunters Guild.
Merchants Guild for the. I take it you've
Reward,
got some sort of reward, some sort of evidence.
Oh, we got the head.
The head. Okay. Well, there's the evidence. You don't have to actually give it to them, but they have to hand over. But they'd be very interested in actually buying the head off you guys, unless you want to keep
And
it.
how much would they want to purchase that head for?
Although, thinking back to the tavern, if they had that on their wall, you could probably stay there for a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
So they'd be willing to offer to double the price. So 400 gold, all up.
I'm thinking that what is her name? Her buy fund probably deserves the head in terms of gaining some patronage and things like that. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll keep the head and give that to her.
Okay. See what you can get from it. That's cool. So you get the 200 gold pieces. So that's another.
How many? Sorry, was it? Was
200
200.
Yeah.
Is that group or each?
altogether.
Altogether.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
So that's what 80, not 80. 65, 66, something. It's
65?
60, I think it's 66
66 in the 6th, yeah.
in a sixth. So that's how much gold you got. We're going to say 66 gold each, plus you get 66 experience points each because of the fact that that comes out of that adventure.
Okay. So gold.
You add 66 on. Someone tell Trask that too at some stage, please. And then you guys also get to add 66 on top of the 200 you got for the owl bear, and the looking for my. I really need to make this more obvious. The centipedes sound. I'll give you the experience points. That is so with 3 of them, so 30 each. So you made away with 296 XP.
It's total.
Is the total from just the bugbear part, and you've got that second round.
The owlbear part.
The owlbear part. So unfortunately.
So I brought back with me the 400 silver and the 51 gold.
Okay, so that still has to be dished out. And that's all.
Sorry, I'm just trying to add. So how much gold did we get for the centipedes?
No gold, just XP, 30 each.
30 each.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you got 66 XP for the gold from the reward from the Merchants Guild for killing the owlbear.
So we got 66.6. No, 66 GP, 6 silver.
Yep. Don't forget your total it all up and then add the percentile bonus to the top of that. It's easier.
So we got.
And then another 5.
You've also got more money and XP on top
silver.
of that.
So we got 133 silver pieces each out of.
Hang on, before you. So the other treasure in the owlbears was 50 gold.
Yep, Yeah, that's what I've brought back.
Yeah, and 400 silver.
Yeah, so that's what I managed to bring back with me.
Rightio. So are you thinking like 100 silver each, which equals 10
Divide it by 4, and we'll
Yeah.
have a
group
fund.
fund? Yep. So 100
Yeah.
silver each, which equals
And
another 10 experience points.
12.5 gold pieces each.
From the 50.
12.2. Yep.
Right.
12 gold and
10.
5 silver pieces.
6.
50 divided by 4 if we're going to put
Oh,
the group
yes,
fund.
4. I beg your pardon.
Yep. And then group treasure 100 silver pieces. And oh god, apparently you can't type, Andrew. 12. So it's 105 silver pieces and 12 gold pieces in the group treasury at the moment.
Cool. And you'll have 12 additional experience points for the 12.5 gold you got from the treasure itself.
Right, so that's grand
200
total.
plus 30 plus...
Sorry, so hang on. I'm trying to just get to my experience and what I have gained already.
Yeah. So
So
we have
we've
200
got
from the owlbear.
We've got 200 from the owlbear, 20 from the centipedes, and
30.
40 from Mr.
30
Pig.
each. The centipedes were 30 each.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
But
So
Yeah.
there's 3 of
I
you, so
thought it was-
30 each.
So we got 96 each XP.
No, you're going to have more than that. You've got 200 from killing the owlbear, 30 for taking out each of the centipedes. Then you've got 10 from the extra silver pieces that you bought back, 12 from the gold that you bought back, and how much was it? 200 for other 200 divided by 3 is 6.
Oh yeah, Jesus Christ.
I'll let you do the numbers for that,
60,
Andy.
and 60 for the XP from
66.
the
Yeah, 66
Owlbear.
from the.
Okay, so add all
merchant.
those up, and that's how much experience points you've got. Then you add your percentile on top of that.
Okay, let me know.
Yep.
Right, so. So the grand total experience gained was. You know, I've just got to quickly calculate mine without the addition now. Got to go back and remove it. Where's calculator? Calculate. So we've got yoink and Discord Captain can. I won't.
So really
Just be on
important,
that
guys.
now.
From now on, you keep track of your XP and your money separately.
Why are you in full screen and I can't get you out? You wretched sack of crap game.
Just because.
What's the quick key for full screening in Chrome?
F11.
Thank you. It's not F12 like I thought, which is console. Right, okay, so, I had 2600. So we gained 40 from the pig, 30 each from the
Oh, yes, the
centipedes.
pig.
30 each or 34 each?
I think it was 30 each.
30 each
Oh,
from
yeah.
the centipedes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
200 from the owlbear, 66 from the reward for killing the owlbear,
And 22 from the money bought back.
10 plus 12, yep, from money brought back, so 358
Each?
each. It's that by 1.1 for me, which is
I'll
394.
keep track for Dave. I'll put it by his name here.
Okay, so I'm at 2994.
Okay.
Give me a
And the
second.
group fund is standing at
105 silver pieces and 12 gold.
5 GP 105 silver pieces. That's a pretty good
Yeah.
number for every member in the group to be able to dip into. Okay.
Plus 4, 3,
You
2, 5.
head over to the tavern. Byfunder's there.
Broken spear.
the broken spear.
Yep.
Is
We'll
here.
let...
Cool.
we also were offered some sort of reward for finding out what happened to the hunters, but
Yep.
yeah, we need to go see them too.
I am 201 XP off level 3.
Okay, so remember, once you gain 200 experience points from the starting game, which you would straight away have, you can choose, but it means foregoing the rest of that adventure.
And his magic item, because it's only usable by magic users.
Yeah, but he doesn't get anything for that. There's no XP. You get to use
No.
magic.
I'm just saying if he changes classes.
Well, yes, this is the case. That is the case.
Oh yeah, I'll stay as a magic user.
Okay. So you're going to have to go out for a week to swap over. But that's entirely up to you.
Yeah, no, I think I'm just gonna stay the way I am.
I'll stay the way I am.
Okay. So you guys must be getting close to 3rd or whatever level.
Yeah, I'm nearly there, 200.
I'm about 1,000 off.
Okay. Rightio. So you wander over to the Broken Spear.
Bifun, yeah.
You talk to Bifun, who's...
See if Bifun's interested in stuffing a new head on her wall.
Well, she definitely is. Yes. So the deal will be that it may be a common room, but it may be a room. But whenever you come in now, you will always have a room for at least one night for the rest of your life, and that includes one meal with it. And a jug
Sold.
Of ale. Hey.
Sold.
Yep.
No.
Okay, and she's now thinking of changing the name from Broken Spear to the Owl Bear. So, we'll quickly go through some of the stuff here in the Quell Islands. Just time to sort of talk to it a little bit, so I'll just zoom out a bit. So you are on the island called Quell. Yeah, that's the big one. So that's, where are we? Yeah, there's your centre of the universe. So that's all of this big one all around here.
Sweet.
All the way around here. That's the Quell Island. You see each one of them has a slightly different name. I haven't put some details in here, but this place has some really interesting things. So Quellport, which is a little over 24 miles down the road south of you, is considered the capital of the Quell Islands. So Quellport itself is essentially in the centre of the map, sitting on the gentle waters of the lagoon, with a population of around about 1,400, so that's your capital, 1,400. Quellport has grown beyond being a fishing and farming community and supports several churches, guilds and a tower of arcane knowledge, where a number of wizards and a few clerics who make excursions out to the cube for research or spiritual reasons. So, for you, Malakath, that's the centre of the world for you at the moment.
Yep. Sounds like a party.
Yeah, the other centre of the world for you is this thing here called the Blue Cube, which I'm going to talk about in a second. The next little place from your location is all the way up this road, all the way over to here, which is a bit longer than 57 miles, because that's how the crow flies. There's a little place called Quiet Cove. On the north side of the same island as Quellport, a small fishing community built up around a couple of large manors established by well-off ex-adventurer types. So, should you need some information, should you want to get some expertise from some advanced adventurer types, that's probably where some of the others are going to go. Haven't decided where the Thieves Guild is actually situated yet, Muffin, so I'm thinking probably Quellport, being the capital, but it may also be the third location on the island that's quite big.
Okay.
And that's down here called Greenshore. Greenshore is south of Quellport and is known for the excellent shipbuilders who set up their businesses here. They collect wood from the island across from them, which is this weird place here, which has something called High Tower, because there's this solitary high tower that adventurers have not yet explored into. They collect wood from the island across from them and build some of the hardiest fishing and merchant vessels in the region. So I'm thinking possibly Greenshore is going to be your go-to place should you need special training or information or something. The Isle of Seven Bees, as it's known, is home to a strange and massive hive, which is this item here, that sits atop a 300-foot amber tower. A number of giant bees, about 20 feet long, live within the hive and occasionally fly out over nearby islands. At random intervals every few years or so, they collect upon the cube in the Quellport Lagoon. And a local adventurer has regaled visitors and locals alike with tales of liquid gold and other treasures he's found within the hive when all the bees were at the cube a few years back. And finally, the cube. In the middle of Quellport Lagoon is a massive cube sitting at a slight angle in the waters. A deep blue in colour, it seems potentially related to the massive pillars of the City of Blue. That's another mythical location. Small bits of it have been mined and broken off, but those who work the cube itself for more than a few hours find themselves sickening and often dying within a week or two. It is said that whatever god who dropped their die here doesn't like it when the locals try to break it apart. Other places or things that you need to be aware of. So there's going to be, in this range of mountains here and possibly here, are going to be two dwarven clans that work the ore there. In this part of the forest here and possibly this forest here, I'm thinking probably I'm going to put some high elves. These two lots of forest here are where the wood elves are going to be. There's probably going to be some aquatic elves in the lagoon. You'll notice some other interesting features. So this one over here, if you zoom in close enough, has a stone ring. So anyone who wants to become a druid will have to travel there because that's their sacred site. Gruk over here is basically a monstrous island. So an island full of monsters. Ont has a solitary small tower. Porter and Soot are islands that are known to home Cyclops. The Shepherd's Cay is another place. They pay sort of a tribute to keep the Cyclopeans happy so they don't come invading. Also in Sheep's Cay, specialises in deep sea fishing and also maintains a friendly relationship with the Cyclops, living in the caves a few islands north of them. They deliver the occasional sheep and large fish to the Cyclops, and the Cyclops remain generally peaceful in return. So that's Sheep's Cay there. Haven't got a city for that yet. That's in Eastland. Biscay is just an island that not many people do much about. Middleport is just an island between that and Criswell. Criswell is an interesting place. It has a small settlement over here in the north, as in sort of a more, when I say settlement I mean something more than like 10 or 15 houses together, so from there up. It also seems to be a place where crystals, just large gigantic crystals, just seem to grow out of the ground. People aren't sure why, and there's some sort of half-buried artifact that looks vaguely like a scroll. Rocknot is just an island full of huge mounds of rock. There's bracken, perhaps a bit of scrub on it, but not much else. Okay. And then that brings us all the way around again to Hiven. So Hiven is a land that not many people go to because it's pretty unwise. On Quell you've got some small hill mountain ranges, some rivers, there is a swamp here, so there'll be some adventures there. There's the odd cave, we found one there. There'll be some others around the place. So it's has been mildly explored, so there's still stuff to find. It's a fairly simplistic map and I want to sort of keep it that way. There is, I think, here a small tower. I've got to zoom in and have a look. It might just be grass, but I think it's a small tower or an obelisk. Yeah, so that's Quellport and the Seven Bees Islands, and that's where you're going to be playing in. So Asatar, being right here, is where you are. So it's a small township of about 650 people. It does have a stockade, and in the caravan area of the stockade there seem to be some gargoyles around the place, and Trask and I think it was Malekith went out one night to have a look to see if any of the, because there was a rumour going on that some of them are alive, or they become alive at night time. They seem to have found evidence to suggest that. And then you went off to the actual adventure. So, I'll let Orca and Malekith fill Muffin in, because they find Muffin in the tavern having a small drink in between jobs, and explain to her that you have a 200 gold piece offer to find out what happened to some overdue hunters. Something happened in the forest that you guys can share with Muffin and decide what you want to do there, whether you want to just give them information and see how much money you get, or whether you want to do something else.
Okay.
Yeah, leave it open for that. There you go. Oh, and sorry, by the way, Georgia and Richard are halfway through lacquering some floors, so that's why I can't play.
Okay. Oh my god, I forgot the last game.
It's okay. You
What
were
do you
in
mean?
the forest, you were attacking
We
the owlbear.
basically, we went out, we found the pig, we found the hunter that was wounded by Rutgar and the things that were leaving the corpses by the owlbear's cave.
Oh, that's
We
right.
climbed a tree, we were almost attacked by giant centipedes, we slept the centipedes, and then we proceeded to basically throw them into the cave to half deal with the owlbear. And then we left it at the killing of the owlbear.
And you've returned back since then.
And we returned, yeah. I'm drawing a blank. Someone say something.
Hang on, give me 2 minutes. So, after we return to town, we've obviously collected our winnings. 2 places.
No,
We
just
haven't
from
been
the merchants at the moment.
Yeah,
That's
just
all
from
done.
just from the merchants. We were going to go and get anything from the Hunters Guild and see if they wanted us to deal with the human problem that they were, having. E.g., the bandits that killed the last lot of hunters that went out. Which, since we haven't decided to take a week off to train any other things, probably a good plan right now.
How long would it take us to get to Quailport? Hello, Muffin.
Hey, babe.
Yeah.
As in my stud, Muffin.
Very good.
Would you like me
well,
to butter your muffin before we head
Remember,
in?
it's
God.
female.
God.
It's
The
She's
halfling-
female.
the halfling
It's
is
a
female.
halfling.
So it takes it's
Ooh.
about 26, 27 miles, 28 miles to Quailport. Going at your fastest speed, which is 6 if the dwarf was with you, you just divide it by that much, and that's how long it'll take
4 days.
to walk. If it's just you three, your lowest number is 9, so just under 3 days. Just slightly into the 3rd day.
Well, cause the Hunters Guild is in this town, eh?
Yeah,
Mhm.
so we'll go there first. We'll see.
And then head to Quailport?
Well, we might want to deal with the Rutgar problem as well.
Where's Rutgar?
The guy that killed the actual hunters that went out.
Yes.
Descended upon them while they slept, basically,
That's right.
at the hut. So, depending on how much, he knows about us having killed the
Owlbear.
owlbear, whether or not he's still in the area.
I will go where my muffin wants to go.
Muffin will go with the killing is fresh.
Alright, looks like we're going after Rutgar.
Right.
Is it a man?
It is.
Oh, great.
I'm for that. I'm all for that.
So perhaps then it's an elf who's a male doesn't count as a man, but is safe.
They're smooth down there, so of course they're.
But let's go. We'll go to the Hunters Guild first, eh?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, just got to
right.
leave you out of the game for a second. So, Lauren, don't tell me your alignment, but basically there's only 3 alignments in this game. Lawful,
Okay.
neutral, and chaotic. Chaotic is out for players because it's evil. Lawful's super good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so just when you get a chance, send me an email about just a paragraph of backstory about Muffin, perhaps how she got her nickname, and
Okay.
your alignment and stuff, and any particular traits you want. Okay, sorry, back into it.
Right. Okay, so we'll go see the Hunters Guild. Tell them what happened. See if that other hunter did make it back to town. Hopefully he did.
Okay, I'm going to see what sort of reaction they had to this piece of information. As soon as I pick up the right bloody book. Cut the book in half to make it easier to print, and I haven't put the same bloody cover on both books. It was super intelligent, so now everything looks the same. Hang on a second. There we are, the reaction, that's what I need. Do any one of you have a high charisma at all? With a bonus?
Nope.
I don't. I think it was Dak or the other cleric that did.
Ah, okay. I'm not really sure to believe your story. Why would he do that?
I don't know. So the other hunter didn't make it back to town then.
What other hunter?
Yike.
So you would actually be talking about, just getting his name for you, Farrick.
Yep.
Well, Farrick went with him. So you're saying you met Farrick in a dishevelled state in the forest, you let him go off by his own?
We basically gave him some supplies and something to keep himself safe, and told him that he should head back here to gather the,
Well,
some
you
extra
don't know
forces.
Farrick very well. If he's on a mission, he's on a mission.
Oh Jesus!
Oh God.
Time to go see what we can save.
So they don't have a lot of money, but if there is any truth to this, if it can be verified.
Well, yeah,
they're
we should
willing-
have claimed the bodies that were left dumped, or something
Yeah.
from the bodies that were left dumped outside the cave.
Yeah. So he's willing. He can't give you too much more of a bonus, but so he can give you 100 gold pieces now, or he can give you a total of 300 gold pieces if you can bring Rudger in alive and Farrick to testify that this has actually happened.
Okay. Let's go see what we can find.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Muffin.
Okay.
Nothing's coming.
Heading back
I hope so.
into the forest.
So we basically know the start of this adventure. We head out northeast or whatever, southeast from town a couple of days till we hit a certain point, and then we have to turn this way. And
Perfect. Looks like someone knows where they're
So-
going.
was what the standing stone, the little shrine on the side of the.
A little shrine, yep. So first of all, I just need to roll 4 because it takes you 2 days to get there. So just
Buy
need
some
to
food on the way
roll-
out.
Okay. How much?
Nothing's got food.
Okay,
Well,
so
since it's like a 4-day round trip, I'm going to buy a week's worth.
mhm.
Because actually I have to alter the number because it would have taken us 2 days to get back.
2 days there and 2 days back. Yep.
Yep, so basically instead of having 3 days now, I will have 8. Because I would have had 2 days back, and then I'll buy another week's worth.
All right, as long as you work out the
That's a
encumbrance.
gold
As long as
piece
you don't
in
go
each
over
one.
1,000 coins, you're fine.
Well, that's it. These things don't have encumbrance attached to them. That's the thing on the equipment list.
Oh
It's
right,
just
okay. So
weights.
well, we're going to put down 10 for each day's worth of over 5. You'll be able to fit 5 in your backpack easy.
Mhm.
So
I'll
that
just
is
do what he
fine.
did.
So an extra 30 weight. That's 800. Still good.
Okay, rightio. So
I'm
do
so
this.
good.
Do the same. Put down your new food and the new weight. Just add 30.
I've already
for
got
that.
5 days food. Is that okay?
That should be tons for you.
No,
yeah.
it should be tons for this trip.
Yeah.
And that will cost me.
And there's
food,
enough
food.
rivers and stuff to refill your
There we
water
go, one.
swan from. So that's
How
the
much?
bonus.
How much gold is it?
3 gold total if you're buying trail rations.
Sweet.
Oh, you mutt. What the?
Rightio. So, are these trail rations or dried rations you're buying?
Sorry? I'm buying trail.
Ah, okay. Sorry. Then, bleh. They're 30 each because they're a lot more. They're not dried and stuff. So yeah.
Fine.
So yeah. So for everything over 5 of them, you've got to add on 30.
I'm still good.
I'm still good.
Sweet. Okay. So here we go. First day through. The 3 of you going into the forest. It's a nice day. You hear normal sort of foresty noises, nothing untoward or suspicious, but you do have your eyes out for anything unusual. You don't see anything, and you travel through. You know you've got about another day's travel before you get to the shrine and decide where to from there. Your posts for the night.
I think it was Malefica with the third watch.
With the which one?
The third watch. The last.
Oh, yep.
I'm the first, and that leaves
Muff on the second.
Muffin on.
Can I see in the dark?
I'm not sure. You'll have to look at the book if they do let you do that. I don't
So,
think they
in
do.
your stats, you can see in your stats if you go down to, go up to, where is it? I'll go to class abilities.
Hound the halfling.
Yeah, no, don't
Halfway.
go class abilities because that's the
Nah.
wrong gaming rule set.
Oh.
You've got to take it out of the book.
Yeah, I'll have a look at the book.
Because this is Whitebox, not basic.
There's nothing mentioned.
No,
There's nothing mentioned in terms of night vision for the other ones either.
no,
Do I not have night vision as an elf?
no.
Nope.
What?
Not even dwarves.
Mind you, no, it would make sense for me. I've got my cloak, so it doesn't really matter. I see all.
Exactly. Okay. So you are aware of a lot of animals as you move through the forest. You could follow almost any animal because most of them have been through there that day. Yeah, that's about it. You do have to concentrate on using it. It's not something that just happens all the time.
It's not a passive effect.
Except for the surprise.
Oh, cool. That's alright.
Yeah, everything else you have to say, I want to see if I can find any tracks that have been passed.
Now,
on last day.
if all the embroidered eyes on it blinked every so often, that would be a creep as fuck.
When
That'd
it
be kinda
uses
cool.
it, they do. And they move. Look left, look right.
Yeah.
Like,
So
okay.
that night goes through relatively normally. You might be a little bit edgy knowing out there you've got some sort of weird cult members who have like killed 3 of the bloody strong hunters and cut their hearts out and fed the bodies to the owlbear.
Yeah. So which one of you is Rutger?
Yeah. You've got a rough
I will, for today, I will prep 2 lots of sleep.
Oh, okay, good stuff. Okay, 2 sleeps. And the second day, there's your encounter. Just give me a second. Right. Okay, you're moving along the trail, and shooting out of the brush. Although, Malekith, you're not surprised by this. Yeah, but,
I knew that.
all your eyes sort of look towards the direction just as this guy shoots out of the brush. And it's Farrick again. Just
Gone
for
full
Muffin.
gorilla.
Farrick is about 6 foot tall. He's clearly limping. He's got a bloodied left leg. He's got a bit of a scowl on his face. He's dirty and scrubbed and scratched on his face and all that sort of stuff. And he looks at you two and says, "Are you ready yet to help me take down this mirror?"
Yes.
Yes, and
Yes.
we've brought back up.
The sweetest thing on the shelf, muffin.
This is my little muffin.
He looks at you and he says, "I know the wisdom of not judging a book by its cover."
Good.
Muffin it is, he says. Right.
Mm.
Well, he's not sure where they are. He knows they're out hunting for him still. But he pretty much knows the area, so he can sort of take you back to the farmhouse, and hopefully we can sneak in before they get back and try to set up some sort of ambush for them.
Right.
I'm gonna turn my camera on so I have some personal interaction with people.
That's fine. But we won't see it because I've turned that all off.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think mine's working.
Wait.
Yeah?
Can you even turn your camera on in Discord chat?
Not in
no.
Discord,
We're
in
talking
Roll20.
about Roll20. The problem is, when you used to be able to use video and voice in Roll20, if someone got bumped out, everybody got bumped out. There's something about
Oh,
it.
that would be fucking annoying.
It was. After about the third or fourth time, I just gave up. So that's why we moved over. I mean, we can do Hangouts. We can do Jitsi.
I see.
We can use Zoom. Oh,
Fuck
We-
that.
we're all using it.
We could if we could afford it. But yeah.
It's
But
free.
Zoom only gives you 40 minutes if you're not paying for it.
Yeah.
The game's going to go a bit longer, so we've got till about 6 o'clock to play. So
Fuck
I can
me.
only be here till 5:30.
that's all cool. That's all cool. I'm not
Sorry.
expecting it to play till then, but I'm just saying if we need to, I've got till 6. But we'll get going because we've got about less
Yep.
than an hour to go. So we'll see how.
Let's
we
go.
Okay, so hang on. Okay, so Ferrick says, yeah, I managed to lead them on a bit of a goose chase yesterday, but it's really taken out of me. Wouldn't mind a drink and some more food.
Yep. I will give him a day's worth of food and
He scoffs it down pretty quickly, all of it, and follows that down with half of your water skin. Right, he sits down and he sort of scratches into the ground. So I need a blank page for this. I'll move us to there. Well, I've moved me to there. I haven't moved you to there. There. So this is just where your little figures are, sort of thing. So if you zoom in, you'll see yourself there, and you can move them about.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And if you click on them, you might see that they come up with a 3 circles above.
Mm.
And the middle one, the green one, is your hit points. So if you take damage, you just put in there, you put the cursor in there, and you put minus however much you're taking, and it takes it down. Okay.
Just you.
Thank you.
So, and you'll see that when you click on it, you're sort of surrounded by squares, but there's one tail square that you hold down, and you can turn your figurine around to face whichever way you want to. So I believe these are 5 foot squares. Yeah, 5 foot squares. So in a combat round, you know you can either move whatever it is I've told you. It's on your character sheet anyway. So we use these if we have to use these in combat. Okay. So at the moment, Calden isn't there, and who's the dwarf? Neither is Augustine. So it's you three. I need to bring something in for the other dude, which I can do. Just go back up here in my library. Go back in here somewhere.
This is so cool.
What is Roll20?
Yeah, it does. I've never seen it.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. There's a lot of extra work you've got to do to get a group ready though. On it, that's the only problem I don't like about it. And then you've got like all the fancy bits. If I wanted to spend 2 days setting up a dungeon with you, I can do it like dynamic lighting, so you go through a door and what behind you goes dark, what in front of you goes light, all that sort of stuff. That
That's
is
cool.
So cool.
But it takes a shitload of time,
Yeah, I
honestly.
can imagine.
I'll just put Ferric in here, so he's part of the group.
It's,
Right.
is it 7 or 9 that's my max hit points?
Sorry, 7 or 9 that.
I thought it was 9 was my max HPA.
7
1 plus 1 at level 2, so no, 7.
No, he's a magic user.
Yeah. Then level 2 for them is 1 plus 1.
Yeah. 1 and 1 plus 1. So 6 for the first level, and whatever I rolled at least half. For the
No,
second level.
because it only adds the plus 1 on. Like
Hold on,
mine
I'm
at
checking.
level 2 is 2 hit die total.
Hold on, I was quickly check my book.
Oh, that's right, just plus 1, yeah. So
Yeah.
6 plus 1 is 7, and your
That's
con
how-
is...
That's how they limit the
Yeah, the hit
the
dice.
magic user classes.
Oh, yep, 7 is my max, 9 is my... Oh, yep, sweet. Gotcha.
Yeah, so Thief, when you go between 3rd and 4th, you only get 1 hit point plus your 1 from con, because it's a 3 to a 3 plus 1. So 4th isn't going to be so great. Anyway, so there's Ferric. Not that we're going to need it because I don't have the map ready, but anyway, this is the thing. So let me get back to what I was doing. He is going to scratch you in his
Little map.
a little basic map of what you're going to see. So he says the farm, so if you've got it, I'm not doing this to scale obviously, the farm is a walled farm. Colour. Okay. The bit of green I'm going to do is the gate that opens it. And the... It's over here. Oh, okay. Yeah, so no, don't worry about the scale because it's all... Oh, you bastard. Right. Yeah, I thought you might do that, so we can ignore that green. Oh, for God's sake. Right, over here is the farmhouse. Over here is the chicken coop. Sorry, that top one is the barn. In the corner here is a smokehouse, which I'll have to do a bit better of next time. And then over this side here is the farmhouse. So that's what the barn looks like. Okay? Sorry, that's what the farm looks like with an opening, and then inside there's a sort of a well thing over here. Yeah. Okay, it's in a clearing, so sort of...
They have a killing ground then.
Yeah, a little bit of a killing ground. And then you have the pathway that comes out. Sort of goes into the forest.
Sorry, so we've got, just because I had to shoot off,
Yeah.
the red is the size of the building, the green circle on the top corner.
So, blah 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 blah. If I can put the text in, if it lets me. That's a smokehouse.
Right.
That's the farmhouse. That's the barn.
I just thought it was a cabin in the woods. Okay.
That's the chook coop and
Well,
the well.
right.
And there's a little stockade around it. So the wall, the red is sort of the stockade. It's slightly differently shaped in the corner by the
Yeah.
smokehouse, but not
Probably
really
just
much.
designed to keep animals in rather than.
Much else out. Well, the odd annoying animal out, but nothing much. Okay, so the farmhouse part of the roof has fallen in on it, so just be ready for that. But anyway, he says that's sort of where we're going. If we can sneak in, we can, try to lay a trap for them.
Are there any animals in any of the other
Not there.
buildings? Nope.
Remembering.
Can I see if anyone's come in and out other this guy from the last 24 hours?
Well, no. This is a sketch that he's drawn into the ground for us.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's right. My bad.
We're still going there.
But that's what I'd like to do when we get there.
Yep, it's okay.
So this is the gate entryway.
Pretty much, yeah.
How high is this small wall?
Be about
I could throw a
6
halfling over it.
Easy. It's about 6 feet.
Okay.
You could.
How many people guard it?
Well, he doesn't know because
Half their number was made up of these hostiles, so at least 6.
Yeah, there is
Rutgar and 5 of his
Rutgar and
buddies.
five of these other guys. Not really sure that there's any creatures in there anywhere, but he is.
Chickens?
Yeah, he's been leaving them on a wild goose chase, so
And we think one of them was
assuming,
possibly a
don't we?
magic user.
he doesn't know. He thought they were
Wasn't
just
there
all fellow
wasn't there
trappers
comment?
and
I was going to say, wasn't there
foresters.
some comment of somebody saying something weird?
Yeah, but more like the cleric seemed to
A
recognize
code
it more
word.
like a cult or something.
Right. Okay. Right. Well then, Thok, wasn't it? What was his name? Theric. Lead on. Like, do you have a plan on how you think that we should do this?
He'll
We
lead
should-
you to there, have a look, and then once you get there, so it'll be sort of situated over here. When you get to the area, that would be far too close, Malekith. Just to see if there's anything there, sort of stuff.
Well, I say we do our usual. We climb a tree somewhere.
Make your
on the
roll, but
outskirts.
it would be much better, wouldn't it, for
For the thief, exactly. We send
Sneaky snook.
the sneaky halfling into one of the.
So basically,
lower
because it's a
branches.
tree, you're getting a +1, which means on a 1d6, you roll 1d6, and then 1, 2, 3, you've climbed it.
Oh, that was much better last time around when it was just a strength/dex roll or something like that.
Well, actually,
pardon
yeah.
me.
So she should be better at. So 1 to 5, you can climb it. 'Cause this is your specialty, Muffin. So
I'll climb it, yeah.
forward slash
I get
R
ready
space.
to. I get ready
1d6.
to catch.
Oh, you get ready to crash. 1d6, eh?
Yep. Just at the top. So Muffin climbs up with pretty good ease. I'm going to say you climbed up to about 20 odd feet. So you can easily see in. You spend a good couple of minutes looking in, checking around, see if anyone's hiding, seeing if there's any sort of evidence of movement or any recent movement or stuff. Doesn't seem to be any fires going. There's no smoke going. It's looking pretty cold. There's no movement. There doesn't seem to be any guards anywhere. It looks quite abandoned right now. And
So
what
no
you can
evidence of
see,
anything?
no evidence of anything really. What you can see is that the roof is sort of collapsing over here. This area is where the roof's collapsed in.
Oh god.
So yeah, so it's quite dishevelled.
Are there any animals in the area? Like any birds?
Nothing.
Or is it just quiet?
Normal forest
Sleep
birds
on the
and
bed.
stuff. Yeah,
Okay.
but no
Um,
domesticated
and I-
animals.
Oh wait, do we know? We don't know this yet, do we?
What's that?
What you just told her.
Well, she'll be coming down and whispering it to you or something.
Alright. Can I just see if there's any trails like coming in or out within the last 24 hours that were human?
You have to walk over them. That's the problem.
Oh,
You're gonna have to
why?
leave. You're gonna have to leave the safety of the forest to go out to that trail that leads off from the yep to there. So entirely up to you if you want to do it.
How much feet is that from where we are?
Probably double of what actually is in the game on the board, because I didn't draw it to
5.
scale.
Can I sneak up to the gates and listen?
Of course you can try.
Can I, please?
Well, I'd rather have just a quick plan, first and foremost. So my initial assessment is we do this one building at a time. I mean, we could easily, if that chicken coop is where it actually is on the edge, we could check the coop, see if there's anyone hiding in there. We've got, if this wall isn't broken in any way, shape or
That's
form.
the one thing. The wall has had some maintenance to it.
Right. Okay. But like it is actually complete. Like there's no so there's
And
no
the
chance
doors-
of it
the
being
door is,
really spotted moving
yeah.
around it because it's it's a whole wall. It's not like something where there's like gaps or fence.
No, there's no gaps,
No.
and the gate itself is closed.
Is there any like lock on the gate? Like any?
From your
Like-
position, you couldn't really tell. You'd have to get over and
Right.
have a
So
good look.
my initial assessment is that
It's a 6 foot tall wall.
we basically want to stay low and God, that's for shapes, Andrew. You want lines, freehand. Give me a colour that's
Change your colour. Pick you click your colour and then you change a new colour.
So, we sneak to the wall here. We investigate the coop first. Again, is it actually half in, half out the wall, or is it all?
No, this is exactly that the part that's interesting. All the buildings are a part of the wall.
Right.
Okay.
So we can check the coop if it's got any windows. Otherwise, we just keep moving. Just listen more than anything. Possibly use this corner here by the barn to, get up and over the wall. Main reason I'd pick here is that it's completely out of sight of the farmhouse, which is the most likely building that anyone would be in. And then from there, depending on what we do, we can either maneuver around and into the barn, or across to the farmhouse.
Okay, so you're going to go that way. Okay, so who's leading off?
Any objections?
9.
I reckon Stealthy should be the one to lead us.
Miss Muffin.
Okay.
So you're gonna hide in the shadows. Probably isn't going to work once you get out of the forest, but move silently would. So if you can give me another d6 roll, 1 to 5, you're fine.
And I'm going to give Muffin probably a 20-foot lead.
Okay, Muffin. So you go up. So that's 10 feet to get from the edge of the forest to the. If you want to put your little person over here, because that's where you are at the moment, just up over here by the wall.
Yep.
Yep. So if it's flicking to a certain area, you hold the Alt button down and move it and put it wherever you want to. Because sometimes it snaps to a certain area. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was doing that. Perfect.
Cool. Okay, rightio. So is this where you do your first listen?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where I do it because you don't know whether you've done it successfully or not. So
Yeah.
I don't think that was influenced by your race, was it? I don't think it was.
Hang on, I'll have a quick check because I think thief, the elf, where's the
22.
the halfling? Near invisible, languages, fighting giants. No.
Okay.
It's
So
yeah.
So it's a 1 and 2. Everyone else gets a 1. You get a 1 and 2. And then you got
When not
yours
engaged
and
in
1 and
combat,
3.
halflings can be quite stealthy, making themselves hard to spot and moving in almost totals.
Yeah.
The success of this ability is determined by the referee, or a die roll can be used with a roll of 1 to 5 on a d6 indicating success.
Pretty
Always
pretty
not.
pretty high. Those
Yeah.
are
Mhm.
incredibly good scouts.
Not to see those little midgets.
Yep. So Muffin, you're over there. You sort of just hold your hand up to tell the others just don't move, so you can listen. And after a good couple of minutes, so just for future reference, if you think you failed, you can have 3 tries, and then you know how that sound that comes in your ears with too much silence overwhelms you sometimes. That's what
Yeah.
happens. So you can't try more than 3 times to hear it something. But at the
Okay.
moment, you're hearing bird song, you're hearing other stuff. You don't believe you've heard anything else, either coming from the coop in front of you, but you haven't got to it yet, or on the wall next to you. So
So I
at the
can't hear any
moment,
chickens.
can't hear any chook noise of that sort of nature. No, at present.
Oh.
But don't forget that's 10 feet away, and by this, so that's
Yeah. Or any wood creaking or...
no, nothing that would suggest anything bearing weight on it or anything like that.
Sweet, I just give everyone the thumbs up.
Okay, where do you want to go then?
Okay.
Me?
Yep, because you're leading.
Can I see...
He's not going to come over until you're at least 20 feet in front of him, so that would be probably at the wall of the chook coop.
Yeah, and can I
leading
see any
along it.
windows in this chick coop? Like...
At the moment, you only got one face and it's got nothing in it.
Okay, I'm gonna move around to the other side of it then.
Okay, so you move your little figure because you're in. Yep,
Oh,
you
I
might
want
want to do the Alt button again just to
Yeah,
get closer
yeah.
to the. Yep.
put it down
Okay, and you're doing another hearing check.
Yeah. Fucking
Okay.
magic.
God, it's taking a while to roll the dice on this one.
there.
Yep. Okay,
I'm
I'm doing
I'm
GM
also
diaries.
I'm also going to be keeping an eye out on Theric.
Ferric.
Yeah, Theric.
Yep.
Barry.
Yeah, is he still behind us?
He's just
I'd
moving. He's waiting.
also be suggesting to Malefica if you can stay just that step in front of me.
Yeah, can Malefica see any tracks?
Hold on.
I'm just gonna point at the ground and say,
Yeah, do I see anything within the last 24 hours?
Animal tracks, and of
Okay.
course the halflings tracks.
Okay.
wait,
cool.
like any chicken tracks though?
Animal tracks. A few little small birds, but probably associating those with sparrows or something. Not really chickens, because chickens would have a bit of a bigger footprint.
Yeah.
Easy.
But other than that, like a stoat or a rat or a fox, but that's about all.
Ugh.
And listening again at the wall, no sound whatsoever coming from inside the building.
Okay, sweet. And no evidence of being able to get inside or anything like that?
Not along this wall, no. It's actually quite sturdy looking. And now that you're looking at it, some parts of it have been maintained. So whoever or whatever is using this is maintaining it as a fence, so to speak.
Okay. I want to move up here.
Okay. What do you want to do there?
Keep listening as I'm moving around
Okay.
until I get a signal. I'll keep an eye on Walker behind me in case he signals to stop.
All good? Okay, just let me... Okay, Ferric will he won't go, he'll wait till there's room for him to actually get from the forest to the corner, so he's not going to be seen, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you're ready, unless you're waving him forward, if you want to stand
Yeah.
at the back.
I'll wave.
No? Okay, he'll move over to... Oh, sorry. That Alt tab thing. Okay, rightio. So, again, you're coming up here, you're listening, you're sort of edging around the corner, just having a quick look to make sure there doesn't seem to be anything. You're not hearing anything apart from forest noise. Nothing has changed on that roll.
Okay. So
By the way, it would be nice if all your compatriots could be as quiet as you could, but you can hear them. That's the only thing you can hear a mile off. Is them moving. You're just like, and no one hears a thing.
Okay. I guess I'll just keep moving around the corner slow.
Okay, so you move yourself where you want to be.
I peeked before I moved.
Yep. Well, I should include that in your description, but yep.
Yeah.
So, from here you can see the other side of the coop. Or you could see the other side of the coop before you went around the corner. And what you can see is along this northern wall of the coop, On the inside of the fence wall, there is a couple of boards missing with some chicken wire.
Sweet.
So if you can get on the wall, you could probably get in through there with a little bit of effort. But of course, that does expose you straight to the farmhouse. Yeah. So along this way, the barn. The barn has on this face here has typical ventilators right near the top. You know, 3 big huge louvers that are set permanent. You probably could enter the barn through that with a bit of pokery jiggery. It is quite high, it's right near the apex, but that they use that sort of thing for ventilation. So the barn itself would be another 12 feet above the top of the fence. So it'd be about 18 feet tall.
So
it's huge.
yeah. So I'll point at both sides to Orchid and Malekith and like not say anything, but kind of give them an option of like which way should we go through.
Well, the goal here was, like I say, to hop the fence using the barn as cover. Because I'm assuming that based on, like, unless I can just quickly or carefully move up behind her and just tell her to, you know, check if she can the other 2 facings of the barn, see if there's any entries from this outside, but I highly doubt it. If you catch my drift. So the wall we can see at the moment is that one. Yep, where there's no obvious entry point.
Well, there is right at the top on the
Oh
apex.
yeah. But you know, is there one possibly on that side? That side, if she can just make her a quick wander up and around to the other side and then come back to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just stay low and low and out of sight for now.
So you're just gonna whisper this to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna sneak off myself.
Okay. So,
Kiss my lover goodbye.
right.
Goodbye, my muffin.
Rightio. And can you give me? Oh no, I've got to do the roll again, don't I?
You two are incorrigible.
Okay, you're moving along and you're getting to this point, and then you happen to walk on something that you didn't see, and there's a big crack, and you just freeze.
I have a +2 to my traps, don't I?
Yeah, it's not a trap.
No, it's
It's not a trap, it's like a branch.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
yeah, something you didn't.
It's a
There's too many
stick.
leaves or under a bit of brush or something. You didn't quite see the end of it, and you've actually cracked it. So you just freeze, and you're listening. None of the forest has changed any sound. Do you want to make a listen check for anything else?
Yes, heck yes I do. Since I'm like quite close to the wall, I just lean in a bit, listen, without moving.
Yeah. Listening really carefully.
Do you want me to roll a d6 or?
No, I've done it for you because
Oh,
you
sweet.
don't know whether you succeeded or failed.
Oh, that's true.
You give yourself a good 5 minutes of listening really hard at this just to make sure, and you're pretty convinced there's nothing moving as that's moving because of what you've just done.
Sweet, but just in case, I'll lift my foot off.
Yep.
Carefully, so it doesn't make a sound. And now I'm going to pay more attention to the ground.
Okay, rightio. So
and to the wall around me.
Yep. So you continue to move forward.
To the other side of the barn. Oh. Well, there she goes.
Okay, and observe stuff.
Yep.
Ugh, sorry, hang on.
No, you're good.
It's doing... No, it's just it's having a little hissy fit. Here we go. Okay, on this wall that you can see, there is no evidence of any entrances in any way, shape or form. And again, like the chook house, you can see evidence of somebody mending bits and pieces
Yeah.
to maintain that perimeter. And as you're sort of getting towards the end of that wall, crack again. You even though you're looking really hard, you've managed to step on something that's made a noise.
I'm internally screaming at myself.
Right. What you finally work out is that this is where people have chucked must have happened a while ago. They've just chucked the old board outside right where you are, and you happen to stand on that, and it's under several layers of debris, and that's why you haven't seen it.
Okay.
It's just the pressure that you put on it has made it snap. So it's not a big snap, but it's a dull snap. It's enough to, if anyone was really listening, possibly hear that.
Fuck. I'll do the same as I did before and like pause
Yep.
and listen and look.
Okay, you give yourself another 6 minutes to listen and look and just make sure nothing has changed to your understanding.
Sweet. I'm gonna keep going then.
Okay.
And Orca only wanted me to go to the other side of this wall.
Yep, have a look around the other side.
Yeah. Oh god, stupid mouse.
Okay, so you move around, get entangled in a bit of a brush, you move it aside, and when you let it go, it flicks back and brushes up hard against the wall. God damn it!
Wait, what? Say that again?
You know how you hold a branch back, then you move past, let it go, and it whips around?
Yeah.
Done that with a brush, and it's whipped back onto the wall, so it's made some
Oh
sound.
my lord.
What do you want to do?
Listen.
Okay, you're
Just
listening.
come the fuck back.
Yeah. How
I'll
loud do
come
you want to
back
say
after
that,
this.
Andy?
Yeah.
Not.
Not.
It's more of a
You
signal
can't
of
see it
a,
at the moment. Can't see
yeah.
it. Okay, so you listen. Nothing seems to have changed, but you know, at the moment your heart's sort of going bum 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 bum. You can start hearing that coming up, going, oh crap. Again, just the louvers on the top is all you can see. So on both ends of the thing, about a foot under the peak of the roof, the louvers start. You guesstimate they started about a foot, and they'd ended at around about 2.5 feet wide. And there's 3 of them, so you would have probably no issue getting through them. Probably your elf lover would not have a problem, but the humans might have a problem. Especially that big. How big is Orca?
6'2".
Ferric would probably fit through easier since he's not actually wearing any armor, and Orca is.
Okay, I'm gonna head back.
Right.
I mean, try to be careful again, but try go on the same footsteps that I came through the last time. Like follow the same
Except
path.
where the noise came from.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So I know
okay.
exactly where to step.
And after a couple of minutes, you get back to the corner.
Some bitches.
You might not want to be inside.
No, sorry.
Can I walk around the side of the barn?
I just want to tell them I was noisy as hell, and no one heard me, like, super noisy.
To like
human noisy.
here,
Mm-hmm.
and see if there's any hidden doors.
You can try.
Alright, you said that somewhere along here it had been mended. How had it?
Well, they've taken out some older boards and put new boards in.
Okay, so they've literally hammered new boards.
So on a 1 to 4, I can spot it.
On a 1 to what, sorry?
1 to 4 on a d6.
Okay, you move your figurine around there.
Let's go. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. How do I undo something?
You basically click
Control
on
V.
the
Got it.
no, you click on the arrow at the top if you want to move
which
yourself
gives you your
again.
select ability. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, you're over there. You spend a good 5 minutes just staring at the barn wall that you can see, examining it gently to see if there's anything there. You turn around to them and you just shake your head saying, no, I don't think there's anything here I can use.
Okay, go back.
But it was a good idea.
Right, so now we want to maneuver ourselves over here, being very words that she's mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
And I will assist the lighter members of the team over where the new boards have been placed, because I'm assuming that they're probably going to be the strongest to climb over and down the other side without making too much noise.
So you've got 2 entry points. You've got the over the wall, or you've got up in and through the louvers.
Yeah. So, well, if I think, or if the thief thinks that she could get up to the louver and lower a rope and adequately tie it to something, then
I don't have any rope.
That's
I've got rope.
We've got
Oh.
rope. That's definitely an option.
Do you want to just explore that?
Probably be the best
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
because it gives us something that we can coil up at the top and throw back down, and no one knows it's there for a quick escape too.
Okay, so Muffin, I think that's so this is a
But it's up to
building
Muffin
you're
if she
scaling.
thinks it
Muffin's keen.
So it's a 1 to 2, plus 1 for your dexterity, so 1 to 3 to climb the wall.
Let's do
On a
it.
d6, so 50-50
Okay.
chance.
/R. Muffin's the best.
She's up there by the levers, having a look at them, trying to work out. Yeah, you could probably wiggle them out. You're gonna have to hold them somewhere. You're gonna have to hold them somewhere till you can find a place to put them down quietly.
Is it enough for me like to hold on to the edge and then pass it down?
There's like 12 that you could drop it down to them.
I'm gonna point to Orca and then point to this and see if
Rightio.
Okay, right. I click. I'm catching what she's throwing.
Hopefully. So all I need you to do, please, Orca, is give me a saving throw versus your dexterity.
That is 2 points under my dex.
Right, you managed to catch with them all, no problem. Okay,
Woohoo!
Muffin, you've got a nice big hole there. You can actually sort of lean in carefully and have a look into the barn. There is a bit of light coming in through the hole you've made, so if
Damn,
someone was
just
in
like
there,
my
that might have
partner.
turned them on. But so the barn. So you can, after you sort of get used to the light, you can see some hook chains hanging from the beams, and they seem to be holding deer and boar carcasses, and there seem to be thin strips of salted meat lined up on some side tables.
Is it fresh? Like if it's just been done?
Hard to tell from here, but it's in the process of being made, if you know what I mean. Manufactured,
Yeah.
processed. That's about all you can tell. Otherwise, it looks like what you'd expect. There's no animals in here. There are some stalls for animals, but it looks more like a meat hanging sort of area.
Okay. Is Malekith coming up? Because I could assist him in
coming.
getting up. Okay, well, so I'm gonna sit close to the edge-ish, so there's enough room.
Like I
Get
say,
through.
try and find somewhere where you can tie the rope so that we
Oh, okay.
find
So
it a
you
lot
could-
easier to
yeah,
get
you
up
could-
and down.
You could go in and tie it to one of the beams. It'd be extremely strong.
Okay, I'm gonna do that and
Okay.
tie a good knot that I lived in my thieves' days.
Excellent. The dead man's knot.
You mean your
No,
you
that's
mean
the
your
slip
current
knot.
days?
That's the slip knot. That's the one that gets out of your hangman's noose.
Actually make a noose and oh shit, bring it back down
Okay.
and throw it gently down so it doesn't smack against the wall.
Right.
Well, the main thing is that
Okay,
it's not
Malekith.
going to smack you because the rope's
Yep.
going to be from behind.
Need you to make a strength check, please. D20.
If I can, I'm going to boost him from the ground
Straight.
up the
You're
first 6
probably going to
feet.
give him 6 feet, but he's still got another 12 to get up.
Exactly. But yeah, exactly, and then I'll be
And I can
catch.
help as well. I'll be from the top.
Oh,
That's
God.
over my strength.
I'm catching.
No, it just means he can't pull himself up on the rope.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the strength.
Okay.
Weak. This is why I do the work in bed.
Okay. We'll make
Hey, I don't mind doing the work in bed.
we'll make Theric go next.
Hmm?
We'll see if Theric can go next.
Okay. Let's have to
Yeah,
test the
because
rope,
obviously
pulls
if
the
he-
rope
if
a
he
little bit
can't-
just to test it.
If he can't get the mage up.
He's up.
Okay, right. So instead, what we're going to do is we're now going to have, the mage hold the rope, and have, if we can,
Derek
Theric
sort
pull.
of does crosses his hands saying hang on sort of thing. And he makes a thing to tie a noose in the bottom,
A swing that he can just pull up. Yep.
and then he gives you the thumbs up when you say
Yep.
you make the thumb.
Yep.
Okay, so
Can I help pull?
No, he just Varric just whispers to you, just keep an eye out.
Okay.
So he pulls up Malekith, that's easy, puts the rope down again.
Mhm.
Okay, Orca.
And then I'll climb up.
Okay, strength roll. Yep, easy vibe. Okay, so you're all in this very dark and sort of barn. There's that one stream of light through the louver bloody hole
Yeah,
that
once
you've made.
we're all up, we'll pull the rope up and discreetly tuck it somewhere where we can just push it out and slide down it if we need to.
Yep. Okay.
Uh,
So yeah, so
right,
the barn,
yeah.
as I said, doesn't it's a bit eerie with all the pieces of deer and boar
Meat.
carcasses hanging. Yeah.
So Theric being a hunter, if we get him down when close to it, can he tell us roughly how long ago these were probably drug in?
Well, he can tell you right now because he's a part of the hunt that got those.
Oh, okay.
He helped put them up on the
So it's been
books.
5 days.
They're about 4 days old. 4 or 5 no, they're about 6 days old.
Okay. So then let's we can't see anyone in the barn, and we can see the whole barn from up here.
You can't see anything, anyone. Yep. Having a good search, you can also see some backpacks, and Farrah can tell you, well, that's where they pack the meat.
The meat afterward. Yep. Okay. So let's drop down to the floor by either using the rope from this side or something. I don't know. Would it be easy to use one of the chains to get to the floor?
You'd be slipping and sliding on the carcass below.
Oh, okay. Right. So what can we spot that would be easy enough to?
5 to 6 feet between the bottom of the carcass and the floor, and the meat goes up about 4 or 5 feet, and then you've got the other 4 or 5 feet to get to the roof.
Then you've got the chains, right? Okay. At which point we will grab who else had the rope, or had a second section of rope. Actually, no. We'll just cut mine in half and tie another, and that way we've got two 25 feet sections, which will get to the ground on either side.
Okay.
Easily done. I can always buy a new rope. And then we'll create one to lower us down on this side.
Rightio. So Farrick goes down first. That's easy because you've got the strength to do it for him, and then he'll be under there in case Malekith decides to fall.
Yep.
So Malekith, give me a strength check. No, dexterity check. Sorry, dexterity check. Just you're holding on. That's all you're doing. As they lower it, shouldn't be an issue.
Well, which one is better
the
for
only
him?
thing that's going to really screw you over.
1.
Even better.
Perfect.
Yay!
Okay, and
Thank you,
I'm not even going to bother to ask Muffin to do this because this is second nature to her. So she's like a little spider going down upside down, crawling down, and then at the last couple of feet drops so her feet touch the ground and she just turns around.
Staring at my lover's ass the entire time.
Yeah.
No,
I could only
he's already
keep that.
he's already at the ground. He's already on the ground.
I'll be staring at you the whole time.
Give you a flash.
It's me coming down last, so you can
I might even look at you and say,
anymore.
does this bring back memories?
Trading down.
Right. And you want something from me to get down properly?
You'll be using your strength to come down by yourself, so yeah, strength check. Just don't fall. Oh, fine, we're cool. Okay, you're all on the ground. So the basically in the middle here is where there's some double doors. They're about 3 foot wide each, so 6 feet when you open them up.
And they open outwards?
Inwards.
Inwards, okay. Okay. Are they barred? Are they
Not from this side.
not
Although
barred?
there is
What
a
I mean
thing
is
that you
like,
can
I
bar them
mean,
with.
if I look, with the crack from wherever the sunshine's coming in from outside, does it look like there's a bar
There
there?
is a bar across.
Okay. Damn it, we might have to send, her back up and over.
Lego.
Right. So, how wide is the gap between?
You could easily fit a sword through it.
Fit a sword through it and lift. Okay. At which point it now comes down to whether or not we think that inside the farmhouse that's actually keeping any kind of nope. Have a quick search of the backpacks before we do anything. Just to make sure that it is the
Okay.
only thing that's in the meat.
So you up in the backpacks. One of them has right at the bottom. It has a twin-bladed cold iron knife with a bloodstone gem inside on the blade itself, near down by the pommel.
Okay.
Inside a leather satchel hidden in the bottom of one of the backpacks. Can I please get Malekith to give me an intelligence check?
Okay. It's under.
You believe this is an unusual knife in its first place. It's a double-bladed, which is weird. It's like, you know, like a fork with only two tongs sort of thing, but in blades. But in your experience, this could potentially be some sort of ritualistic knife or dagger.
Okay. I relay that back to the group.
I was about to say we'll show Theric and ask if it looks familiar. E.g., was it the one, like the one used to remove hearts from?
And he's never seen it before.
Right.
No, they took to the group with the weapons they had.
Oh, okay. So now, do we want to, move fast on this one, guys? I'll heave the thing off. We'll sort of so the hinges are on the outside, aren't they? Shit.
Can all of you give me, and I'll do one for Theric, a D10, 6 roll, please. God.
5.
What is the return all the way up there?
If it's for listening, it's not good enough for me.
Okay. Malekith, you react first. You go, shh.
It's my man.
Woman.
You can hear something happening outside. You're not sure what.
Yeah, I shh everyone. I can hear something outside.
Yeah, just don't make it thing. Okay, right. So we'll stop. Carefully slink off to the side, not near the doors, and listen.
Okay.
Can I ready sleep so that if anyone walks in, it goes off?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Okay. Right, you're all listening, and amazingly enough, Muffin is the one that hears it. You can hear a couple of men using common talking about we'll find the bastard, don't you worry, and then we'll complete the ceremony, and we'll get what we're promised. Just quickly go in and grab some meat. We've got to grab some more water skins, and we've got to get back out there. We'll find them.
I quickly make a note to sorry, we didn't hear this, did we?
Nope.
Muffin heard it.
Yeah.
Muffin, what are you doing?
Give us
It sounds like they're walking towards
the barn.
you in the general direction. I can't say more than that at the moment.
Can I see like a place to pull my friends into, like a place to hide?
There is nothing in here to hide with. It's all pretty much open plain on the
Are you
floor.
going to at least signal us that there's someone coming?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pull them back and say whisper as quiet as I can.
At which point I turn.
Someone's coming.
If I can, I'll slowly draw the sword and I'll point to the side of it like I'm going to club them with it.
Okay, I'll get a sword ready as well.
Strike to subdue.
I'll get sleep ready.
Okay.
We'll light the fire in a second, okay?
So,
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. You're gonna burn down the barn.
sorry, I was talking to someone else.
No, it's not cool. But with you in it, that's not a good idea. But if somebody else was, that might have been a good idea. But you have a barbecue anyway.
I'm gonna burn
all
it
that
to the
meat.
ground.
Oh, that'd
Okay.
be tasty.
So you guys, you're pulling weapons out. You're getting yourselves ready. Is anyone doing anything else? Remember, this is a barn.
Oh, I'll try and hide myself in a thing of hay if they've got it.
There's nothing like that in here. It's
Nothing like
solely over to the production of dried cured meats.
Can I hide behind the meat?
That's all on hanging things. You might be able to hide in amongst the backpacks.
Yeah, I'll do that just so I can try and get that backstab.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think which one of these doors is the most likely to open so I can be behind.
How would you figure that out?
Based on
Listen?
which way they slide the damn thing. You said it opened outwards, eh? Inwards. No, that would mean that the bar's on this side. Outwards. It must be outwards.
Inwards.
Inwards. Okay. Then the most likely thing they'll do is probably open the other side. So I'm going to hide in that corner.
Left or right? Oh, that corner. Okay. So,
Can I hide behind a beam?
Ferric, you can try. There's not much. It's not going to be that helpful, but you can. So, are you saying you're going to hide like towards the other side of the barn behind a beam?
Yeah, at the back.
Okay, that's all cool.
My neck.
And you guys can start hearing the bar
shift
being moved. The doors move a little bit. It starts opening.
So if they open inwards, then basically what I'm going to try and do is use the door opening as like a shield to then get the drop off the behind of them.
Yep. So the door starts opening and it's 5:30. That's where we'll stop for today.
Oh, you bitch.
I'll just stop the recording.